Today in Science Behind Sci-fi, we'll be discussing modern tech and how it relates to our Infinity War heroes. Hey there, and welcome to Science Behind Sci-fi, where we discuss how our own modern tech relates to our favorite science sci-fi technology. I'm Sam Pizzala, and joining me as always are my two friends,
Jack Howard
and Aaron Still.
In this week's episode, we'll be taking on the challenge of Marvel, but more importantly, the Avengers in Infinity War and Thanos.
As you all know, Avengers in Infinity War hit theaters with a bang, grossing over $627 million.
And now, if you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, don't keep watching, because there are going to be some spoilers ahead.
Yeah, like that ending, it was amazing, where Thanos kills Shrek and Scooby-Doo dies in the arms of Lightning McQueen. And that after-credit scene where Nick Fury calls Wonder Woman on his BlackBerry phone. Oh, that was awesome.
With that said, throughout the movie there are many cool supersuits and superpowers in which similar technologies are available today.
And with that, let's go to iconic items.
Now, everyone knows one of the most prominent superheroes in Infinity War is Iron Man. And throughout the movie, he uses his suit to battle many different villains, including Thanos.
And Iron Man's suit has many capabilities. Those include flight, super strength, blasters, and lasers and missiles that he uses to blow up his enemies.
The thing that makes Tony Stark's flight possible is the use of repulsors. These repulsors source their power directly from the arc reactor and need no oxygen to operate.
And since they don't need any oxygen, that means that these repulsors can work underwater and in space, as seen in Infinity War.
And did you know Tony also outfitted S.H.I.E.L.D. with arc reactors and repulsors to power and drive airships like the helicarriers and Quinjets?
And he did this because the propellers were very inefficient and they were susceptible to being blown up, as you can see in the first Avengers movie.
Now, this is all powered by the arc reactor, and this arc reactor is a very compact mechanism that sits in Tony's chest.
And the arc reactor gives off little waste since it's powered by energy going through miles of coiled up wire. And this can last for years. In Iron Man 1, he said that it could power a pacemaker for up to 50 years.
Iron Man also has really cool AI to help him to control the suit. This AI can also perform simple tasks like making phone calls or things like scheduling appointments.
In Infinity War, Tony Stark boasts a brand new technology, and this technology is nanotechnology. This allows him to fit his entire suit into the area about the size of an arc reactor, and it's really cool. This nanotechnology allows him to have an awesome sword, a giant repulsor that he can use, a giant laser, all fitting into this tiny little space.
Basically, this nanotech allows Iron Man to have more than just a standard array of weapons and thrusters.
Yeah, and another hero that is featured in Infinity War is Black Panther.
Even though it might not seem like it at first, T'Challa, or Black Panther, has a ton of cool tech underneath his belt. In Captain America Civil War, we get to see T'Challa in some pretty cool action scenes. And in these scenes, we get to see some pretty cool suit abilities. T'Challa's handmade suit is made out of vibranium, a metal found buried under the country of Wakanda. His suit has the capability to absorb almost any impact that are forced upon the suit. They then use that kinetic energy and are able to force it back on an object that he so chooses.
Yeah, and Black Panther also has some other cool gadgets that his sister made for him. And some of those things are mini EMPs that can disable a car, and other things that can remotely control any vehicle from miles away.
And be sure to watch the new movie Black Panther to see some of this cool tech in action.
Spider-Man is another hero in Infinity War with some awesome tech.
Of course, there is no way in the real world for a radioactive spider to bite and give someone superpowers, but Spidey's new suit has a ton of new features, including spider webs, robotic arms, and a helper AI similar to Iron Man's AI.
In Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter Parker also uses a special solution that he creates daily in his school science room.
He uses this solution as his spider web, and this is very strong. It is stronger for size than steel, and this has some pretty cool advantages, which allows him to wrap up any villain and have them stay there for a long time.
Now, another feature of Spider-Man's new gadgets is his robotic arms that are seen throughout Infinity War. Whether it be him trying to not fall out of a spaceship or battling Thanos, his arms are seen throughout the video. To start off crazy concepts, Iron Man's arc reactor is very similar to the ITER fusion reactor, which we have in real world today. And Iron Man's arc reactor is seen throughout Iron Man's 1 and 2. Now, the newer triangular arc reactor that you've seen in Infinity War, we don't really know how that works yet. But the ITER fusion reactor, what it does is it takes two different isotopes, and when these two isotopes combine, they combine into one atom, which causes a surge of energy to flow throughout a circuit to power pretty much whatever you want.
And this is a very efficient form of energy creation. It will have amazing things that can do in the world. For example, it could make the power grid more efficient and cheaper. Now, another thing that Iron Man uses is his awesome repulsor flight power, and this is really cool. Even though we don't have repulsors in the real world, we do have some jetpacks that come really close to this. Now, this one jetpack is called the world's only true jetpack. A year ago, it flew around the Statue of Liberty, making crowds scream. Well, maybe not literally, but still, people were amazed. And today it can be seen flying around Monaco. And this jetpack is called the world's true jetpack because it is, and I quote, a jet turbine powered backpack capable of vertical takeoff, landing, and horizontal flight. This is really cool. I mean, just imagine flying around in a jetpack. You don't need a car to get to work. You just fly around and then you land, put your jetpack in your locker, and you're there. You won't have to worry about traffic or anything. It's so cool.
Yeah, and this could develop into something like flying cars in the future and other inventions like that.
The new exciting movie Black Panther has tons of new technology to look at. However, none have gotten as much screen time as the maglev train that T'Challa's sister has created. While we are still millions of miles away from ever creating technology that awesome, we are on our way. SpaceX recently purchased a large swath of land that they have concluded they're going to try to build a system called the Hyperloop on. The Hyperloop, to put it simply, is basically a pre-pneumatic tube with high-speed fans when they push the air through, they release the train or the cart through the tubing and are able to deliver passengers or goods to other places quite fast. However, there is some speculation on the matter as some friction may come into play. Did you know that ounce for ounce, spider silk is 5 times stronger than steel? Not only that, but silk from the humble spider can be stretched to many times its size, and if woven to a vest that is tougher than Kevlar.
Although spider silk is stronger ounce per ounce, steel has a stronger tensile strength. That means that steel can be stretched farther. Well, there can be more pounds per square inch stretched on steel than it can on spider silk. But there are still pretty cool things that spider silk can do. For example, it's far lighter than anything like Kevlar or steel, and it's biodegradable.
Even though spider silk isn't technically technology, it still exists today and is being studied in order to create a synthetic spider silk.
The strongest silk is spun by the golden orb weaver spider. This spider is found in South America, and his web is strong enough to stop a speeding bird.
Now, recently students at the University of Cambridge have created a material that mimics perfectly this spider silk.
This material can be used in bike helmets to make them more impact resistant, bulletproof vests to stop faster bullets, and be lighter, and even make it lighter, stronger parachutes that open easier. Well, that about wraps things up. Now, I know we're not going to have super cool technology like Black Panther's suit. However, modern technology could lead to tech like the arc reactor.
And like that cool spider silk from the University of Cambridge that can be helped to make bike helmets safer, bulletproof vests more bulletproof, and parachutes stronger.
Now, as a new thing this week, at the end of each episode, we're going to state a fact from This Week in Science. This week's fact is Stanford researchers created tiny robots that can pull and lift things up to 2,000 times their own weight, which pretty much means that they could drag around a blue whale.
Wait, so you're telling me that I could get these little robots to carry all of my stuff for me?
Yes.
If you were a billionaire.
I want this.
Like I said before, that about wraps things up, and be sure to join us next time on Science Behind Sci-fi.
Hey there, if you like clicking buttons and subscribing to things, consider subscribing to our channel and click the subscribe button below. Don't forget, turn on notifications.